curiosity. I had a good job, I had a nice job, I had 2 kids, you know, whatever, I was like everybody else, you know, just kind of getting by, but this movie business really fascinated me. And as I learned more about it, I got more and more excited about being involved in the business, you know, and getting into it. And then, you know, as we move forward, we realize that not only is it exciting and fun, but it's also a viable business. I could keep you here all night and tell you all the misunderstandings that people have about the movie business, Netflix, DVDs, Blu-ray, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be happy to talk to anybody about that, because I could talk all night about why the movie business is so much more than just the movie. It really is a lot more to do about having an experience with people that you care about, whether it's your wife or your kids or your girlfriend or whatever. But really, I think the question that the Secretary is asking is, what's up with Wilmington? You know, why are we here, and how did we sort of get this idea down here? And what I think the most important thing to understand about the project that we're proposing is that we're not proposing that we stick a little movie theater in the riverfront. What we're proposing is that we bring the same thing we have in Lititz, which is very much a first-class, high-end movie theater with our relationship with IMAX. IMAX is widely recognized in the industry as the literally premium movie experience. They have exclusive contracts. We have secured the exclusive contract for this region. We have been talking with IMAX, and it's funny when somebody was asking me today about what does IMAX think about being in Wilmington, and the first thing that, you know, it was really funny when we called up when I called up to Toronto, where IMAX is headquartered. I talked to a guy named Jeff Adkins, who's in charge of finding development sites literally all over the world. If you ever get a chance to meet Jeff, he's got some really interesting stories, as you can imagine. But what he said to me is, of course we'd love to give you a contract in Wilmington. You know, we've been trying to get people in Wilmington, and what we learned is that in the movie business, the studios and IMAX have these maps on their walls, and they see these clusters of theaters in Philadelphia. They see King of Prussia, they see Neshaminy, and they see a ton of business being done. And then they see these clusters of theaters and an incredible amount of movie going is happening to the south of here. You know, and then on all their walls, there's these maps with this great expanse of no large-scale movie theaters happening. At least none are doing any, you know, mainstream business, large business. And so what we found was when we talked with IMAX, they said that's a market we want to be in, and that's a market that we would encourage you to explore. So we have done that, and the story about how we got started in Lititz is very relevant to this situation, because when we first came down here, we looked around and we looked south, we looked north, and we sort of had this common sense intuition, or not intuition, but sort of idea that, yeah, it looks like they could use a theater here. It looks like they're underserved. And as what we did after that was we did the legwork and the research and the things that I did in the 3 years prior to opening Lititz to validate. You know, you have this basic understanding of what you're doing, and then you do the research and the legwork and the number crunching to validate that, yeah, that idea makes sense, and yes, it will be successful, and it will play out the way you hope it would play out. And that's exactly the work that we've done, crunching numbers, talking to studios, talking to IMAX, and getting all the commitments and all the assurances from all the major players that, yes, they agree with our assessment that this is a market that would be successful for a movie-going experience. I don't know if that answers your